Legoland, and we got checked into our hotel because they had a room ready early, and then we just came in for early access to the park because we're hotel guests, and now Megan and Lucy are riding this dinosaur coaster. Here in Legoland. We've been going on a lot of rides and doing a lot of different activities. Had a lot of fun. Definitely my favorite has been the Lego Movie World. That seems to be the most awesome, of course, and also themed the best. But we've been able to do a lot of the different rides, but not everything, but we'll be back tomorrow. We're just about wrapping it up here. There's just about an hour left of the park being open. Legoland for the day. We closed out the park, which closed at 5, kind of early, and now we've gone back up to our hotel, and Lucy and I are just headed down to the main area of the hotel, the pirate ship, to see what's going on. They said there might be some activities down there, so we're going to go check that out. What did you think of Legoland, Lou?
Good.
What did you love?
The Unikitty, and the roller, the race car roller coaster were really fun. I loved
those. We are at the swimming pool down at the kind of the main level of the Legoland Hotel here. There are Lego bricks down here that you can build with in the pool. Okay, this is our buddy Fred that we just made out of floating Lego bricks. Okay, we went down to the pool, we played down there for a while, and then we're back in our room. Everything's pretty great here at the Legoland Hotel. They think of pretty much everything. They've got all the stuff for little kids and everything. Lucy is sitting up on the bunk bed right now, just building with some Lego bricks that they have in the room for people to build with, and it's just a really fun experience to be here. And Isla is loving the space in this hotel room because she loves to crawl around now. So she's having a really good time. And I think here in a minute we're going to head down to the dance party. Good morning, Yellow Van fans. We had a good night's sleep. The girls slept through most of the night tonight. And now we are at the Bricks Family Restaurant for the continental breakfast here at the Legoland Hotel. Lucy decided to get everything at the buffet, and Isla is having some Cheerios. We are back in Legoland now for the day, and we got in with the early access for the hotel guests, and there's not much that you can do, but you can ride the Ninjago ride, which we did not ride yesterday. So Lucy and I just got off the Ninjago ride. It's very much like Spider-Man in California Adventure, very much the same kind of mechanic where you are throwing things at like monsters and stuff. So we had a lot of fun doing that, and then Lucy just went to ride it with Megan. So we will see what's in store for us today. We're going to try and pick up the things that we didn't do yesterday and do some more of Lucy's favorites. Okay, so we just finished up touring around Miniland USA, which is all of the areas that they've made out of Lego bricks, and now we are getting some Granny's apple fries. Is that what they're called? Apple fries, which is supposed to be the best thing to eat here at Legoland, so that's what we're trying. Okay, so we've been having a lot of fun. We just got off the splash battle, which we didn't ride yesterday because yesterday it was a little bit colder. Actually, more cloudy. It's about the same temperature today, but it was a little bit colder. So we just got splash battle. That's why I'm on the GoPro here, and it was a lot of fun. It was really wet though. Got sprayed a lot. Isla did not ride it. She's too little, but she and I are just hanging out here by the splash pad now, while Megan and Lucy ride the spinning ship. One thing I was going to say about that, like Isla not being able to ride, is at Disneyland she would be able to ride that ride. It's totally safe, but Legoland is the safest theme park in the world. I mean, they emphasize safety like nothing else. They won't let you ride almost anything with a hat on that it goes up and down even a little, and they are very strict on like their height requirements and their age requirements. And so Isla can only ride, I don't know, like 5 or 6 things that are open in the park right now because they just try and keep everything very safe, which is cool. It might be a little bit over the top, and along with that, I would say that the thing that you want to make sure you do is you want to bring kids at the right age to Legoland. Lucy can do pretty much everything here, which makes it like the perfect age. So 4, 5, 6, you want to be really good. And then there's things that you can't do when you're over like 12. So you really want to be between the ages of like 4 and 12 to really get the most out of Legoland. What you got, Isla? You got a brick? Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Good morning again, Yellow Van fans. We are just at the end of our trip here, so we're just packing up here at Legoland, and Lucy and Mommy just went and took a load down to the car. So I'm just going to show you around the hotel room. It's a little messy because we've been living here for a couple days, but I just wanted you to kind of see what the hotel room here at the Legoland Hotel is like. So let me go ahead and show you around. So here's our view. There's the Legoland Hotel entrance, and there's the pool, which you saw in the video earlier when we were swimming. And then there's the parking lot. So this is our window. And to back up, hopefully you'll be able to see okay. This is an adventure room. So we have Mr. Parrot up there with his adventure hat and some Egyptian-inspired hieroglyphic stuff. This is just a regular themed room. There are more expensive options, but even these have quite a few Lego sculptures and are quite well set up. So we've got a chair, and then we've got a crate because of adventure theme, and that can be used as a table or a chair or a nightstand thing. And then there's a table here, nice big fridge. They only give you a microwave here if you ask for it, but there are microwaves already located on each floor by the elevators. We've got these nice nightstands here. Next to each thing, they have charging pads built in. And it does come with a Google Home. We did not use it. I'm not sure why it comes with a Google Home, but people must use it. And then there's the mirror. Say hi, Isla. Hi. And then in here, there's just more storage. And then I want to show you the bathroom here. Another Lego sculpture on the bathroom door. The bathroom door is a sliding barn-style door. And in here is the bathroom. Now, there's some nice features and one thing that's not quite as cool. For some reason, this door does not lock. And I'm guessing they think that's a safety thing, but this door here does not lock. It's always open. So if you have kids who like to open the bathroom door, that can be a problem. There's a nice big mirror here and a nice big sink, nice and wide. Some more Lego sculptures in here, of course. And then the adventure Lego theming throughout with the pictures and even the shower curtain here. So, more adventure theming. What's nice about the toilet is that it's got this little seat there. So for the little guys, you don't need to bring a potty seat. That just goes right over onto the toilet. So, easy peasy. There's a few hooks here. I wish there'd been a few more hooks because of the swimming and all of that. We could have used them, but we brought a clothesline with us like we used for cruises. So, then there's just more space to store things, some hangers, hanging rods. Okay, and then over here, let me see if we can get a light here. We have the monkey sculpture, and he is sitting on our treasure box. And so every day we get to get new treasure in the treasure box. And your first day, there's a little treasure hunt that you go on to get the code to this latch here. So that is very exciting, of course. And then here's the children's area, the children's room. More Lego sculpture. They do have their own TV. And, of course, theming throughout. And then there's the bunk bed. The bunk bed was cool because Lucy never slept in a bunk bed before, so she was excited to do that. You can see she did use both beds. One night she slept down, and one night she slept up. And then we did have them bring a pack and play for Isla, which just helped her to be able to sleep a little bit better than in her tent. And there's a Pharaoh guy here. And then a little puzzle game underneath the TV. Oh, and there is even a trundle bed, so easily sleep 3 kids in this kids' room with the top bunk, middle bunk, and trundle bed. So, and this, like I said, is just the basic room. Okay, so we left the hotel and we've been driving for most of the day, even though we haven't made it all that far.
We made it halfway.
We're halfway. We are in Las Vegas now, halfway back to our home in Utah, and we have had a pretty long travel day just in terms of like people's general level of happiness. Everybody's pretty tired from a full week in San Diego and at Legoland, so everybody's tired, but it was a good trip. It was fun. So we'll just review it a little bit here, close out this vlog. We just need to talk about Legoland, I guess, because we already closed out the San Diego vlog. So, what did you think of Legoland, Megan?
I liked it. I feel like I had a very good experience because we had low crowds and because we got to stay at the Legoland Hotel.
Yeah.
I feel like if we had been there, if we didn't stay at the Legoland Hotel, or if we had been there when it was super crowded, I probably would not have enjoyed
definitely think that is true, because I think if it had been more crowded, it would have felt like
It wasn't worth it.
it wasn't as worth it, right? Because we wouldn't have got to do as much. This way we got to do a lot. We were there for 2 days, stayed at the hotel 2 nights, and it was a lot of fun. I thought that the park was fun, the hotel was fun to stay at, but you can't just recommend, I think, that anybody go to Legoland like you can like Disneyland, right? And I got lots of caveats about Universal too. You know, without Harry Potter World, I would definitely put Legoland above Universal for me, because I don't like Universal's rides. They're all like the 4D stuff and that kind of thing. Whereas Legoland is really good for the people that it's good for.
Yeah.
And the people that it's good for are 4 to 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
I would say.
If you're a teenager, you probably would not enjoy it very much.
Yeah. There's nothing for a teenager.
Yeah, and if your kids are younger than about 4, I mean, even if they're 3, there's just not very much for kids that little to do.
If you are 36 inches tall, there's almost nothing for you to do there.
Yeah. Well, and some things also, in addition to height, you also have to be a certain age to do certain things. So
they are very safe. Like, I think I said this when I was recording at the Splash Pad, but they are very, very safe at Legoland.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is super safe. Where Isla could have ridden a lot of things with us.
If those rides were at Disneyland, Isla could have ridden them, but here she was not.
She couldn't. So Disneyland obviously is great for an entire family experience. Legoland is really good for young children, like younger than preteen, but at least 36 inches tall, so they can do stuff. Lucy, with her shoes on, was just hitting the 42-inch mark, like just barely.
Just barely.
And she could ride everything in the park, and she had so much fun. And that's, I think, what makes it for us is so much fun. The other type of person that will enjoy Legoland is Lego super fans. Right? Now, you can't go unless you have a kid, so you can't just be like a grown human and go to Legoland. You aren't allowed to, for obvious reasons. But if you are a big fan of Lego, I think you will enjoy Legoland for the Lego experience, for the models.
Yeah, there's lots of models.
And the Miniland USA.
Yeah, there's lots of. It's themed very, very well, and so it's. Even I'm not a Lego super fan, but I still enjoyed walking around and seeing like all the things that they built out of Lego, and then also just the overall theming of everything. I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like we talked about this earlier. I don't know if you mentioned it, but when we were there during non-peak time, and so the hours that they were open were very limited. They were only open from 10 to 5.
Yep.
And so we felt that staying at the Legoland Hotel made our experience better because we were still having that Legoland experience after we left the park. Whereas at Disney, you can stay there all day and go to a non-Disney hotel and feel like you still got like a full day of Disney. But here, you couldn't really, just because the park was so limited in its hours. And so we were able to continue to do activities in the evenings after we left the park. Even if we were just sitting in our room, like it still was a very Lego experience. And even in the mornings before we could go into the park, like by having breakfast there at the hotel, and just being able to walk around and do the activities and stuff, I think really helped us have a more full Legoland experience.
And I think it's also nice because you get to do like some actual like Lego stuff, because they have bricks everywhere, and you can do that in the theme park too. I think a lot of people don't want to do that in the theme park because they feel like they need to be going on rides all the time. So, but when you're at the hotel, you can do the building and stuff. That's fun. And they have a very nice breakfast at the hotel that's included with your stay.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising for like a resort style hotel.
They don't include any other meals.
No, just breakfast.
You get to go to the breakfast buffet.
And it's a really good breakfast buffet, I think.
Yeah, they had loads of different kinds of food. Lucy really enjoyed it. You saw it in the video. She was eating everything that they had there. So that was really good. I thought that the staff generally were pretty good. Yeah. Not everyone was great.
We're talking about the hotel and Legoland.
The hotel and Legoland. Yeah. Together. Not everyone was great, but for the most part, they were pretty good. And I don't know what they were like before the pandemic, because even Disney had gone down significantly in like the level of customer service. It was still good customer service at Disney, but
not up
it
to their
wasn't up to their
pre-pandemic level.
Pre-pandemic standards, yeah. So I don't know what Legoland was like before that, but for the most part, cast members, I guess they're not cast members, they are model citizens.
Was that what they're called?
The model citizens were friendly, they were helpful, they you could trade minifigs. I don't think I recorded any of that, but they Lucy traded minifigs with them, and yeah, so for the most part they were great. And Lucy also got to meet some characters, which she, like normal, was kind of nervous about, but still wanted to do. So she got to meet Emmett, she got to meet one of the Ninjago guys, and she got to meet a pirate. So,
and she got to dance with Benny.
Oh yeah, dance with Benny, the astronaut. But since it was not very full or anything, there was really no waiting in line for characters or anything like that. Like, you could just walk up, take your picture with them, all of that. One thing that we did not like about Legoland, though, like they push stuff like PhotoPass and that kind of thing, just like every theme park does. But one thing that we didn't like was they have all of these carnival games everywhere. Yeah. And the only place, of course, we'll keep bringing up Disney because that's our favorite theme park. Well, favorite theme parks. But the only place Disney has carnival games is in Midway to complete the experience. Yeah. And here they didn't feel like they were adding to the experience. Lucy's really good about that kind of thing. She wasn't concerned about it or anything, but we know that there were some kids who were, and it was just kind of ruining their experience to be focused on spending all this money on carnival games and not really play the experience. So yeah, we found that kind of to be kind of a detraction. Some areas didn't have it at all. The newer areas didn't.
Well, and I feel like the days that we were there, and it could be because they were understaffed, but I also feel like they weren't hawking as much as they could have.
Yeah.
Or as much as they probably do when it's busier.
Yeah, that's true.
Or when they're more fully staffed. Yeah. So I feel like it could be a lot worse if you go at another time.
Another thing that we didn't experience, because I don't even think they were doing it at all, was their Fast Pass
Reserve ride
version. Yeah, Reserve and Ride. But it seems like all the theme parks are now going to some kind of purchase Fast Pass thing. Universal's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
We didn't eat anything except Granny's apple fries.
They were fine. People said that that's the thing to eat while you're there, and we ate them, and they were good. But I wouldn't say you have to go eat these I do with food at Disneyland.
Yeah, there was no food that totally enticed us to buy it. We didn't really, and a lot of the food was closed too.
Yeah,
like the carts and things, I guess. Even some of the restaurants were closed. And you don't have a lot of chance when your hours are 10 to 5. You don't have a lot of chance to even eat anything. Okay, so favorite ride.
I really liked the Technic coaster and Unikitty's Disco Drop were my favorites.
Okay. For me, favorite ride was probably the Dragon one, which goes through the castle, just because it's a dragon in a castle. And it's just a little roller coaster slash dark ride, I guess. But my favorite experience was the Lego movie experience, where you actually got to walk in and see some of the models that were built for the 2 Lego movies. So that was in Lego Movie World, which was my favorite land area. It's the newest and it's the best theme. And
I don't know if you would say it's necessarily the best themed, because the castle area is very strongly themed.
Yeah, I guess really maybe not best themed. I don't know. It felt the most immersive to me, the Lego Movie World. But they had the Lego Movie experience where you can go through and see the models, and that's the kind of thing that I like. So I really enjoyed going through there. I went through there a few times.
Yeah.
While you guys were disco dropping with the Unikitty.
And my favorite ride was Unikitty and the Technic coaster, just like Mommy.
They had a good area for little kids. They had the Duplo Town, which had a cute little train that Isla really liked riding on. And they had lots of little play structures that had the nice bouncy floors.
And 2 splash pads.
And they did have Duplo building areas kind of throughout the park as well. So they did have areas for the little kids, but they weren't always very convenient to where the rest of the family would want to be.
Yeah.
And so the Duplo Land was great for Isla, but we kind of all had to be there, or we had to be in 2 separate places. We couldn't all really be together and have something for everyone to do in that one spot. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going with really young kids.
Yeah, babies.
Yeah.
I think even if Isla had been 2, she would have had like more things to do.
Yeah.
She couldn't ride very many rides still. Even if she'd been 2, she would have had more like stuff to play and things like that. So yeah, so that's basically it for Legoland. It's pretty fun, and if you have kids the right ages or you're way into Lego, I would say probably worth going to. There is the aquarium too.
And there's
Want to
a
say
water
anything
park.
about it?
I thought the aquarium was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah, the aquarium was nice. I don't know if I would have liked it if I'd paid separate for it.
No,
but
as,
you get it in your ticket.
for sometimes. Sometimes that's part of the special. Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's not. Okay. We got it on our ticket, so we went through there. They had a little activity for the kids to do, kind of like a junior ranger, but not exactly. But it was fun, and they had a really nice tank, like that you
They
went
could walk
for
all the
multiple,
way.
yeah,
Multiple angles.
points
Yeah.
of the tank. So there's that, and then there's the water park, which was not open, but you can do like park hopper tickets, and it's actually right. You're not hopping. You just
You have to go
It's
through
right
Legoland
there.
to get there.
yeah. So there's
We had tickets to go.
Water park.
But the days we went, it wasn't open.
oh we did.
Ours was a park hopper.
Ours was park hopper, so ours would have gone, but it was not open because off season. People didn't even want to ride the water rides that were in the park.
No, or do the splash pads. There's like nobody at the splash pad.
Yeah, nobody was doing it because they thought it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
It was very nice weather for us. But we did ride the water ride. That was fun. The splash battle. Okay, and that's going to close us out for this Legoland vlog.